Hello, friends and comrades. I'm the Michigan Mayor, and today I'm in the game called Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. But it's not a normal game. You look up here and see it's the year 2420. That's because the world ended a couple hundred years ago. And now we're finally back, and it's the year 2420, and there was an ice age. The world was plummeted into an ice age, and now we're back to recolonize the world into a post-scarcity, fully automated luxury communist society. And now, here comes the cool part. When I turn around, I have a space elevator and a second Statue of Liberty, and that's how we got here, right? So for a couple hundred years, the Earth has been frozen. It's finally thawed, and we're here to recolonize. And when I zoom out, you'll see it kind of looks familiar. And now when I look at the map, you'll see that we are in Michigan. And we've landed on the tip of the thumb. And I have all kind of cool technologies. I have replicators, the Star Trek technology. I have vending machines. We have some cool houses. And okay, so also I'm gonna go over here. I did have to use the cheat mode in order to set this all up, and I have fast construction on, but it still takes a long time, but it just won't take too long. And I'm gonna go over my settings. I have realism turned on. The only parts on realism that are turned off is research and the day-night cycle. I have it set to always be day. And the winter is permanent because it's still in an ice age. It's just warm enough to come live here. So that's what we're doing. But everything else is on hard mode. Energy management, water management, waste. I'm not going to go through and list everything. But it's all on as hard as it can be. I'll leave this open for a minute. And this is my border that I've built here. I put it all together. And everything else we do beyond this is going to have to be done by hand and by our vehicles. It's going to be a long and slow and tedious process. Even though I have everything sped up and I have replicator machines to give us all the sweet technologies, and I also have these MZA 2025 vehicles. I'll show you. Okay, I have to, yeah. So this is, the space elevator is the United States border, and this custom office that it's connected to is the Soviet border. So we have a joint nation unison. They live in orbit. The world ended. They live in orbit, and they've come together, the Russians and the Americans, to re-land here and colonize Michigan. And from the customs office, I can show you that I have these sweet hover cars. So our semi-trucks they don't have wheels, so that'll help us get through the snow, because we're going to need snow plows. And so about the game, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know enough to play it and have fun, and I know enough how to use it as a means to an end, which is fun. The means to the end is fun, and the game is the means, and the end is fun. This isn't a tutorial in any means. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm doing, but that's kind of the vibe, right? I'm just going to go and we're going to build one building at a time. And my plan, my 5-year plan, is to put a construction sector here, just a real basic construction sector on a dirt road. Once I get that set up, I'm going to build a really simple dirt road settlement, mud road settlement here for our first kind of colonist settlers, tourists. So we are using money, So we need to pay for foreigners and we need to pay for vehicles. So eventually we're going to need to build our own vehicles and supply our own workers. And the only way to make money is through tourism, because I'm not going to put down a replicator machine and sell things to the border. I'm not going to cheat. I think it's cheating enough just to make it, but in the essence of the theme and the lore, I think it's perfect. I think this is just a perfect game to simulate a post-scarcity society. And we also have unlimited electricity. Right? We've unlocked the secrets of fusion. We've reached our post-singularity, and we're here as a Type 1 society, right? All of that cool shit comes together in this game. So nice. And now I got all these flags. I got the United States flag lined on the road towards the Statue of Liberty. And I have two statues of Liberty to represent the Russians and to represent the Americans. And then I have this cool flag to put them both together. And yeah, that's my plan. In the permanent ice age, later in the playthrough, I might turn it off, and we might say that the ice age is ending and starting to thaw. Depends on if it hurts my head and hurts my eyes looking at all the snow, if it gives me a headache or not. But if I get sick of it, I'll turn it off. But until then, that's the story. And in the background, you can hear that I have some old American radio tunes playing. And I'll shut up for a second. You can hear them. Now, depending on the sound, how it sounds when I post a video on YouTube, and if you want to hear it or not, or it's too loud, you can comment and tell me. But for the most part, I think this is nice to have it in the background. And it's not Russian music, it's old American music from the 40s and 50s and 60s. Maybe not so much the 60s. I think it might change as the year goes on. I got it from the Steam Workshop, so that's it. We are in realistic post-scarcity simulation. That'll be my first episode. I'm not going to do any actual building in this episode. I'm going to start the next episode off here and build a construction sector. And maybe the third episode will be this town, or maybe the second episode I can do both. But like I said, it's in realistic mode, so it's going to be very long and very slow. And I'm going to try to talk about the things I'm doing, but I'm not going to be able to talk nonstop all the time. That's why I have these cool radio tunes in the background. But I'm going to do my best. I don't think, it's not going to be fast. I'm going to try to push it as fast as I can. But I think I'm going to accept it being slow, long, drawn, and out. And that's it with my first episode. And if you're interested, now you can stick around and watch it. If you're not interested, there's about 1,000 other videos about this game that really go into detail and teach you all the aspects. Because pretty much I've cut out half of the game here. There's no industry, there's no mining. We're going to focus on our towns, and we're going to focus on our tourists, and we're going to have a good old time. So with that being said, and all of that stuff out of the way, feel free to stay and hang out as long as you want. And also feel free to go and check out some of the other great YouTube videos about this game. And there's a bunch, and this game is so detailed and crazy, I'm not even going to attempt to pretend like I'm going to go into it. Right, you already know. So, that's it. I'll see you next time. Probably posted another video in another couple hours because I still got to play the game. So I'm going to go ahead and play the game and record my video, and I will be back later. Alright, have a good day. Yeah. Yeah, see ya.